Hello and welcome to another episode of Witchfinder's Gaming Vault, and in this video I'm going to be looking at this PC Engine HuCard game called Skweek. Let's take a look at the fact file for it. Skweek was released in 1991 for the PC Engine, and I'm looking at the Japanese version, but the game actually originated in 1989 on the Amiga, Atari ST, Amstrad and other computers, so it originated as a home computer game rather than a console game. It was published by Victor Musical Industries on the PC Engine, and the developer was the French company Loricels. The price I paid for a loose HuCard was £3, and the current going rate on eBay, well, there's recently been a box copy sold for over £50, and there are also HuCard only versions on sale on eBay right now for over £20. So as you've already seen, I only have the HuCard for this one, but let's take a little bit of a look at it. This image would have been recreated on the front cover of the box as well, so you can see Skweek, the yellow character, being chased by a bunch of cute little aliens or monsters or whatever on a very colourful sort of set of tiles, and that pretty much gives you an indication of what the game's all about. So with that, let's put this HuCard into the PC Engine and start it up. Okay, so here you can see the title screen for the game, which is a recreation of that HuCard or front cover artwork. Same characters on there, nice big Skweek logo, and also all the information about the licensing and stuff in the bottom left hand corner there. So you can see copyright 1989 and 1991 Loricel, 1991 Victor Musical Industries, but the original publishers were Infogrames. They published the home computer version, so it's licensed from them. So pressing a button on the controller then gives a menu. You can see you can have one or two players. I'm presuming that's alternating. There's high scores and also some options, so let's take a look at those. So you can have music on or off, sound on or off, and also rainbow on or off. Not quite sure what that is. I've got a suspicion I know what it is, but I'm just going to leave it on anyway. And that's it. So from this title screen, which is quite dull compared to the sort of initial colourful cartoony one, let's get the game started. And you got the option of starting or using a password to play a level you've got to previously. Obviously I'm just going to start from the beginning. And here we go, here's the first level. So the idea of the game, it's basically sort of, I would say, a cross between Q*bert and Bomberman to some extent. There's not much, no bombing in it, but the overall look, the overhead view looks a bit like Bomberman, I think. And there are areas that you can't pass through to make a maze of things. So the idea is you've got to colour in all the squares basically, and you just do that by running over them, which is what makes it like Q*bert. You do get bonus items popping up periodically, which I can't see on the screen at the moment. I don't know where it's popped that up, but it said there was one and I can't see it, so I've gone all the way to the bottom for no reason. So yeah, very cute, colourful. You've got some of the tiles have arrows on which make you move in the direction that the arrows go. No real surprise there. You've got enemies, and you can fire bullets, as I've just done. So you can shoot the enemies. You can get power-ups for speed and weapons and things like that. So I might see some of those if I get to the right place. There's a power-up, but I missed it. I think that was just bonus points. So when you fire a weapon, it goes off almost like a boomerang, goes up and down the screen, and you can't fire another one until it's come back. You can also see some jaws popping up, which is like an overhead view of the plants that can get you in Super Mario Brothers, I suppose, something like that. And there you go, complete the first level rather unceremoniously there. I just basically, once you've coloured in all the squares, then it goes to the next level and you can move on. It gives you a code for a password, and then you can move on to the next stage. It's that time again where I say thank you to all my channel members, whose names you can see here in my Supporters Hall of Fame. If you're enjoying this video and would like to join these fine folks and support my efforts, why not become a member yourself? For a monthly fee starting from just 99p, you can get access to the special membership perks shown on screen, and more besides. If you're interested, then please click on the join button below this video for more information. It does get more difficult in that first level. So you can see on the score panel on the left there, no, it's on the right. On the right, you can see you've got a time limit and there's a number of tiles that you've got to colour in. I just got a time bonus there, so that helped. You can also see that shortcut there. I'll come back to that in a second. Let's colour in all these ones first. Nice effect when you go over the tiles. It slowly sort of colours them in rather than just changing the colours. What I'm also going to show you now is if you press the run button to pause and then you press the select button, the background goes black, and I think that's what that rainbow thing is. If you found all that swirly colour in the background a bit overwhelming, you can turn it off. So that's a nice touch. Anyway, so can't kill that thing. Can kill that one though. There's a gift there. So there you go. I picked up a score bonus. Oh, that's interesting. I seem to reverse my controls then, and I walked off the edge of a platform. Come on. Let's continue. So yeah, there is a speed element to it. Obviously, you've got to get all the tiles coloured in as quickly as you can. Oh, that was close. Okay, so you've also got, I forgot about these. These are the bombs, Bomberman-esque if you like, where they can either blow up the tiles you're on or blow up all the enemies around, or possibly both. I'm not sure. So anyway, let's colour that one in there. What I haven't done yet is use the shortcuts. I think those are ice blocks, so you slide over those quite quickly. I'm guessing those things there aren't going to do me any good either. So just to show you the shortcut, if you go walk onto that, press a button, it moves you to the other shortcut, which in this case did me no good at all really, because I've got almost everything where that shortcut was. So I'm just going to run down to the bottom again. Just have to be careful about things appearing. No, there isn't one going to appear there. So there's just a few left to colour in. I've got 20 seconds. Yeah, they just disappear. I thought that might happen with those. They just disappear. I still need to colour something in somewhere because I've got one tile left to colour in. I've missed one somewhere. I'm running out of time. Oh, and oh, there it is. I think there's some of the enemies that change the colours of the tiles back again. So this is going terribly. But this shouldn't take long to sort out now. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I don't know which enemy it is, but one of them goes around and changes the colour of the tiles back. Just like the ones, there is some that do that in Qbert as well. So let's move on to the next level. So we've got a change of music, a very green background. And, well, that's strange. I've just literally got one thing to colour in there and then I can go to the shortcut. Couldn't work out where I was then. So yeah, things are getting a bit more complicated with having to move around the stages, you know, using shortcuts and things like that. There's more enemies. The enemies, I presume, do different things, but I'm not really sure. Ooh, that's close. But the overall premise of it is pretty simple. It's just, you just got to be a little bit careful when you're moving around and make sure you don't accidentally cause yourself any grief. So that, yeah, that boom there kills all the enemies in the vicinity, but then there's another one that blows up like a bunch of tiles around you. I don't know if there's any way to tell the difference between those. Let's just run over there quickly. Again, that just killed everything, so that was cool. So yeah, I think I've talked about the graphics. They're nice and cute and colourful. Nothing very spectacular. Probably not really pushing the PC engine to its limits by any means, but they certainly do the job, and it's a very attractive looking game. You know, colours wise at least. Oh, I got eaten by a thing that I didn't know was there. As I said, you have to be careful, and I wasn't being careful. I don't know how many lives I've got left. It doesn't really seem to show you where your lives are. There's something along the top of the screen, sort of like teddy bears in 4 colours: blue, red, yellow and green. I've never collected anything on previous plays to actually light those up. They're at the top of the status panel. So there you go, that's another level completed. And on to the next one we go. And it seems that I cannot do anything other than press boom. Okay, and that's unlocked some more stuff for me. You can walk against those arrows, by the way. Yeah, different activities occur depending on what colour some of these bricks are as well. Having not got the instructions, I don't really know what I'm doing exactly, other than colouring things in a lot. Ooh, I nearly walked off that into a hole then. going to guess this one's going to blow up. No, it's not. That blowed up. I was expecting that was going to... Oh, there's one of those teddy bears. Ah, never seen that before. Don't tend to be in the right place for the bonuses, I find. Okay, so lots of enemies here, which have all been blown up. It's quite generous with the power-ups. I've got a shield now as well. So it's quite generous with what the power-ups do and giving you ones that make the game fairly simple to begin with, as long as you're not making stupid mistakes, the like of which I've made several times already. What's this one going to do? Yeah, again, that's blown everything up. The biggest concern I've got here is the time limit, because ooh, I nearly got eaten by another one of those snapping things as well then. Nice little rebound shot off that one. Yeah, you do have to move around quite quickly, especially the levels get bigger, but the time limit doesn't sort of correspond with that. Got 7 left to get. Which probably means the others are up the top somewhere. One left. Oh, there it is. Oh, walked off the edge of the platform. I don't know how I managed to do that. I don't know if I slid or something. But again, I nearly got another one of those teddy bears then as well. Yeah, and there we go. I think I'm probably on my last life, but again, I can't see where it tells you how many lives you've got left. Unless it's in that blue section above where it says time and tiles. So on it goes, and yeah, it's more of the same really. It's one of those, you know, puzzle games, but it's really not that challenging. The only reason I'm making mistakes is because I'm rushing around and talking about what I'm doing at the same time, rather than paying any attention. Otherwise, I do not think I would have lost any lives if I was being a bit more careful. This level's a little bit more tricky because there's lots of things that you walk on that... That's interesting. I switched that off again then, that yellow teddy bear. I've never seen any of those teddy bears before. I've now seen 3 of them on the last 2 levels. So there's, I'm going to guess that's speed because it was from trainers, but I don't actually seem to be moving any faster, so maybe not. There's definitely a lot more enemies on this level. And a lot of tiles as well. How do I get through there? Okay, I'm going to go through that shortcut, clearly. We go all the way around here now. That's annoying. Wasting a lot of time. I see a time bonus has just popped up somewhere, and I didn't collect it. I think I've got almost everything now. Just, ooh. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, you can't stand on that and fire because you just go back through the shortcut. I'm going to make it just in time. So when a bonus does come up, it shows you which direction it is from where you are. It doesn't really help because it's just a bit of a slog to get back to it before it disappears again. The music's changed again back to one of the earlier tunes. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's not a terrible game. It's not super exciting either though. It's just like walk around, colour the tiles in. It doesn't really feel like a console game, and that's because it didn't begin life as a console game. But then I suppose it looks like a console game, and it looked like this on the Amiga and stuff like that. Oh, multi-way fire. Oh, apparently multi-way fire, except I'm not multi-way fire. Oh, it means, doesn't mean multi-way, does it? It means fast firing, basically. So here, really, I suppose what you've got to do is navigate, use the arrows to go up and down over those sections. Oh, no, oh, I thought that was an extra life. Nope, that was an enemy. Oops. And that's game over. Shall I continue? I don't know. I don't know if I can be bothered, to be honest. It's not a terrible game. It looks nice. It sounds nice. The controls are pretty good. But I just don't think there's I'm going to see much more in it than I've seen already. From previous playthroughs, I've got a bit further, and it's just more of the same, basically. So I'm just going to leave it at that point. You get the idea. You know what Skweek is now. You can buy it for all manner of systems. PC Engine, it said there's a Game Gear version of it. As I said, a couple of the 16-bit computers, the Amstrad, PC, I think there's a version of it. I'm not sure if there's a Commodore 64 or Spectrum version. Wouldn't work very well on the Spectrum, would it? But yeah, it's a nice little game, but not really anything that I can ever see myself playing again. So I think that's going to go on the for sale pile. I don't sell many PC Engine games, but I really don't see me getting much joy or anything out of that. And also, I've seen that HuCard copies can sell for like, I don't know, 5 times or more than I paid for it. So it seems like it could be a nice little earner at some point in the future. So on that note, I'm going to call it a day with this one. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you've got any thoughts about the game, if you've played it on any of the other systems and you can give me a comparison to how it plays on those, then let me know in the video comments. Thanks very much for watching this video, and all that remains then is for me to spin the wheel of names and decide what game I'm going to be playing next time around in this series. So next time around, I'm going to be playing a Commodore 64 game called Guts, and that's a game that I remember playing when I was a kid, but I've never played it. I bought it years ago, never played it since I've been an adult, basically, except probably to load it up and check that it worked. So next time around, Guts on the Commodore 64. Again, thanks very much for watching this video, and until the next time, see ya!